Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video.
DIY friends, welcome back to my channel. I am back in the greenhouse this week for one more week of projects. Hopefully this is the final week that will fully allow me to complete all the things that I wanted to accomplish this year around the greenhouse. I do try to add little by little to this space every year with this dream of working towards a Pinterest-worthy, secret garden-esque looking garden space. It already is a dream refuge away from the hustle bustle of life, but there's just so much more that I know I can do to improve on this space. Building spaces like this, it just takes time. I need patience, and that's what I'm practicing. But last week, we did some pretty big updates to this general surrounding area. If you missed that episode, I will link it above for you. I genuinely only think now my body has recovered from what I went through. Shuffling, kicked, mat, tushy. But you know what? In just 1 week, we had a fully defined garden area, 4 garden beds, an arch for all those juicy cucumbers to climb onto. Now I'm just excited because this week I am going to be fulfilling some aesthetic needs I've wanted to do that I think is really going to tip this space to be a bit more creative feeling and whimsical. It's just gonna be a vibe, and I'm excited for it. If that's your vibe, then let's get into it, my friends. Editor, roll the tape. Boop. Smells so good in here.
So before I get into this week, I wanted to first rewind a little to last weekend when I went with Team Mom Squared to a few local nurseries to get myself garden ready. I was looking for flowers to fill the annual garden on the right side of the greenhouse, a hanging plant for the front, and some wildflower seeds to officially begin my dream of having the most luscious wildflower garden bed one could have.
I just want to buy or have a flower bed that's purely for cut flowers. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to gardening, I always defer to my local garden expert, my mom.
So what do? Do I plant these and then, do I plant them and then they make a flower? The wishes and dreams. That's basically what I have for my garden. Yay! How are we gonna get this home?
That's a good question. I think we did pretty darn good. I went with the fuzzy chenille plant to hang off the front of the greenhouse. I love this plant so much, and it kind of looks like it just, plucked itself out of a Dr. Seuss book, and I'm obsessed with that.
It's so windy out today. I'm like, hold on to your hats, folks. We're going into a windstorm.
We decided on lavender plants for the 2 larger planters in the front and a strawberry mint plant for the planter box beside it. Along the right side of the greenhouse, we planted a bunch of colorful dahlia flowers, one called Wishes and Dream, a Myrtle's Folly, a Boogie Woogie, a Sunglow Crocosmia, I think that's how you pronounce it. Who names these things? A Peach Melba Crocosmia, and a Paeonia. Crossing fingers I pronounce this properly, and crossing fingers that these grow. I put a rhubarb plant into a flower bed, and my mom showed me how to make a wildflower cocktail mix, which required a container. I just used this old recycling bin, some dirt, and a bunch of wildflower seeds of your choosing. Basically, you just pour all the seeds into the container, mix it into the dirt, and then you just take your dirty cocktail and shake it on top of the soil in your garden bed. Oh my god, you can literally see how burnt my arms are here. Pay no attention to the only tomato in this garden currently. And once all the seeds were spread, I just took more dirt and laid it on top. Finished with a good soak, and that's it. Now we just wait for these bad boys to grow.
Well, so that takes us back to the present, where I feel like if I just stare at this dirt long enough, I might just see a flower pop through. Come on, flowers, you got this. You can grow, you can root yourself into this beautiful DIY built garden bed. It's safe. This is a safe place for you to grow. I mean, to be fair, when you're fully grown, I am going to cut you and I'm going to enjoy you in my home, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the need to grow. In these garden beds here, the goal is to grow some tomatoes. So tomatoes are gonna go in this guy. Over here, I have some rhubarb already in there, but we're gonna be growing mostly cucumbers. We've been experimenting a lot since we first got the greenhouse 2 years ago, but this year what we wanted to focus on was really just growing things we knew we were going to eat. And we eat a lot of salads, so growing tomatoes, growing cucumbers, growing peppers, like these are all things that we love, so we're really gonna focus on just that. So I think these 2 garden beds here are gonna be mostly cucumbers growing in here. We also have some zucchinis that are going in here. As we know, this one behind me is going to be the wildflowers. And then inside the greenhouse, well, we're calling it the pepper house. This is like Jeff's passion project, the pepper project. We love growing hot peppers and just regular bell peppers and all the peppers. So this year, we're gonna be growing jalapenos in the tub. So it's a jalapeno tub. When you're growing peppers, they love the heat. Like they just love the humidity. So it's perfect inside a space like this. So we've actually already started a lot of the work already inside our house. We've already seeded the tomatoes, all the peppers, just to give us a running start. It's still a little bit cool here at nighttime, so we can't actually put anything in the greenhouse yet, but it's actually starting to stay pretty warm at night. So soon, very, very soon. And then this whole space starts to transform a little bit. We kind of went back and forth. We were actually gonna do potatoes in the tub, but we decided, you know what? I think jalapenos would be really fun because we kind of want to keep the vibe of the pepper house. So it's kind of fun. And as everyone knows, this is called Vincenzo's garden, and Vince was a lover of hot sauce. So this is really an ode to him. So anyways, it's gonna be fun. This greenhouse has looked this way since I made it. But I've always had this dream for it to be a little bit more quaint, a little bit more cottage cute. Looking at this, I would love to paint this house white. So I'm thinking I want to paint the exterior and I want to paint the door red, because we have this beautiful stained glass up here. It's got the red flowers. So I think having like a beautiful red door below it will just really make this space pop. Having the white to kind of complement the windows. I'm not touching the windows. I love the antique look of them. I love that they're kind of crumbling a little bit. Like I like that aesthetic. So I'm gonna leave those, but paint up the exterior of the house white. I'm not gonna paint the inside. I don't see a point to it, but I think if we can do that today, we're gonna be laughing. So let's go do it. I think this is gonna be great, guys. Trust the process. I gotta say, working outside like this has been a real treat for me these past 2 weeks. Like I love projects that first of all, allow me just to be outside, but also there's just something so joyful about getting your hands dirty and working in the dirt. I just kind of find these videos, these projects are the ones that I feel the most healing on my mental health, which is why I'm excited because today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp, a platform that I personally use to help make my mental health feel a little lighter on days where I can't be outside working in the dirt. So BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible, and this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be really tough. I mean, BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easy because it's all online, and by filling out a few personal questions, BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist, usually within 48 hours. And I can personally speak to this because I was matched in 2 hours. It was so quick. And once you're matched, you get access to this portal, and basically you can kind of just talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's like messaging or a phone, or you can do video call. And it's great because you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you, which I think is so important. And you can literally see their schedule right on the platform and like pick the day and time that works for you. I personally believe therapy is such an integral piece of life's puzzle, and regardless if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety anxiety like me, or if you're just someone who's going through a hard time, therapy can give you the tools to approach your life in a very different way. And if this is something that you've ever considered and you think you can benefit from talking to someone, let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you, all from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to leave. So visit betterhelp.com/DIY Danie. That's better, HELP, or you can choose my channel DIY Danie upon sign up and you'll get a special 10% discount on your first month. All right, deep breath in, deep breath out. All right. Starting my day in the greenhouse just always feels like the right way to start a day. I don't know, it just feels so earthy and I love that so much. And right now the wind's just like casually blowing, so my wind chimes are just creating this like very subtle, beautiful meditative soundscape, and it's just bringing me a lot of joy right now. And I love just being surrounded by things that I love, and yeah. It's a vibe right now, and I just want to bring that vibe to you. I'm bringing it all to you. Great way to start the day. I want to show you guys some things. So I recently went to an antique market, like it's kind of like an antique and thrifting show or thrift show. I don't really know what to call it. It was an antique show, let's call that. And it was local, and I picked up two things. One being this cute little step-up stool. I think I paid 35 bucks for this. It's got little red marks on it. It's got white marks. This definitely cannot be utilized as a functional step-up stool.
So really, you say,
Oh God, Harold, are you okay?
actually I didn't have it locked.
But it is very aesthetic. So I think on nice days, I want to put it out and, you know, put some plants on top of it. And I think it's just going to be so cute. And then I also bought this little mirror, which I think is absolutely adorable. Look at this, it's just like this nice wood frame. So beautiful. I just thought it would look so good in here, but now Jeffrey made me second guess whether or not we should keep it in here. He's like, you're gonna catch our plants on fire with this mirror. What? We're not gonna catch any plants on fire. Are we gonna catch any plants on fire? What do you guys think? I think it's gonna be fine, but I don't know. I think this is so cute and I wanna hang it up here, and it's just a cute thing. I'm like the aesthetic girl and he's the practical guy. I want to be practical and cute, and he just wants practical. So, you know, I have to fight him on some things, and in my mind, the mirror stays. Unless all of you also think that the mirror shouldn't stay, but I don't see there being an issue with the mirror being in here. Just saying. Today, I am so excited for today because I felt so good walking out this morning, seeing this cute little white greenhouse. It was like the perfect cottage. Who am I? I just got some like weird Long Island accent there. My cottage looks great. Oh my God, Sam, please don't come for me. I think it just looks so quaint and like cottagey, and it was everything. It was such a vibe, but the door is definitely not vibing with the cottage. So I want to get this painted up today. What I brought out, so this is a masking liquid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically going to brush this onto all of the glass, and then from there, then we let that dry, and then I can just paint the door, like head to toe. Don't have to worry about it getting on the glass, because afterwards we basically just cut it, like just score a line around the windows, and this film comes off. It's like a brilliant thing. It's a brilliant invention, and I love it. But before I do that, I want to show you guys the color, because I'm so excited about the color. Okay, are you guys ready to see this? First of all, the color naming convention could not be more perfect. Are you ready? This color red is called red pepper. So a red pepper door in our pepper house. Isn't that perfect? When I saw the color, Jeffrey helped me pick this out, but when we saw the color, we were both like, that's the one. That's the color. So We're painting the door red pepper today for the Pepper house, and I could not be more excited. Let's go paint a door. I just had a thought. I think this is gonna go so much faster if we use the paint sprayer, and red is notoriously a terribly hard color to paint. You're gonna have to do layer on layer on layer. So I'm thinking maybe if we spray it, we can do more coats quickly. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Oh my gosh, friends, I just like literally set everything up, and now there's a giant cloud coming in, which was not called for in the weather today. Let me tell you, it's like right over top of me right now. And I don't know, I don't know what to do. I'm like, should I start? Should I bring this back into the house? Is it gonna start raining? It is like, it's like spitting right now. We're gonna be fine. I'm putting this into the universe. This is gonna be fine. I feel like that was the universe telling me to stop. Why? So two things. One, actually three things. One, I dropped the door in the grass and a whole bunch of grass got stuck in it. That sucks. Two, my paint sprayer needs to be plugged in and my extension cord didn't run far enough, so I needed to move closer to the house. Three, I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a very dark cloud moving in, and apparently it's going to rain until 1 p.m. And then after 1, it's supposed to be sunny for the rest of the afternoon. So I am going to pack the door up. I am going to just wait till 1, let this cloud go by, and then we should be in the clear. It's okay, I'm gonna go break for lunch anyways, and then we will get back to it. Everything's fine. It's not chaotic, it's fine. Okay. It stayed cloudy, so I think we're just gonna have to move forward and really pray that it doesn't rain. Of course it was gonna rain today, the day that I wanna paint outside. All right, here we go. A little bit of spray back on me. I have a feeling I probably have red in my hair right now. Let it be known, if you spit in the wind, it's gonna hit you in the face. Same goes for painting. Oh man. Okay friends, I think I got the red freckles off my face. So we're waiting for one side of the door to dry. So I figured while we're waiting on that to dry, let's move on to the next DIY project because it's also going to take some dry time. Let me explain what it is. So I don't know if many of you have seen out there, a lot of people are starting to use like patio stones to create really cool outdoor furniture. And I love it. And I've always wanted to come up with kind of my own version of that. My goodness, I don't know if anyone's ever looked up cement benches or like outdoor benches. They are expensive. So I'm gonna make my own version. I got my materials here, so let me show you which blocks I got. We're gonna have to go with the greenhouse. It is windy. Okay, friends, we're gonna make the greenhouse work, mostly because I do not want to move these blocks again. But either way, at least there's no plants in here, so we can just, you know, utilize the space to the best of our ability. So what I have here is a stone slab. So this is 31.5 by 16, which I think is perfect. I mean, two tushies can park their butts down on this and have a nice little sit down, little smoochy. It's mostly just gonna be me looking at my flowers. So it's Danie's love bench. Anyways, let's move past that. So I have my slab here. I also picked up 2 hexagon cement patio stones and then 2 half hexagon cement patio stones. So with these, we're gonna make a really cool looking bench.
So, a voiceover Danie dropping in here. I just wanted to say that this entire bench was so affordable. The full hexagon stones were $4 each. Those half stones were basically $3 each, and the stone slab was $18. So in total, this bench cost me $29 to make. Now, I did buy a strong construction adhesive, which was 16 bucks, so in total I spent $45, which is a steal when it comes to stone benches. Also, I just want to give a big shout out to one of my Patreon members, RoboGeek, for sending me this Ryobi caulking gun. Absolute game changer. It keeps my beads so clean, and it stops pushing glue out as soon as you take the finger off the trigger. Like, it is truly magical and a game changer, so big thank you for your support in sending that to me. And hey, before I knew it, I had a full-blown stone garden bench, and now I just had to wait for it to dry. What did that take, like less than 2 minutes? This might actually be the fastest DIY ever. So I left the bench to dry in the greenhouse, and I came back to the door. That rain was coming in on and off just all day. It could not be trusted, so I moved the door into the garage for safety and just finished spraying the second side in there.
Good morning, friends. Was that not satisfying to watch, or was that not satisfying to watch? Oh my gosh, just seeing that peel up so perfectly was just satisfying. Actually, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually spray painted the old door handle white versus the red that it was before. So I think that's nice. It contrasts. We kind of got a very Canadiana house going on right now. That wasn't done on purpose, but c'est la vie. I think it's gonna be okay. I did, however, break the knob that came with the original little pull knob, so I am gonna have to find a knob to replace that, but that's easy peasy. It's like a screw that sits in the back, so no big deal. I wanna get this door installed, so let me haul this darn thing to the back and let's get it on the house, because I think that this is just gonna make the entire little garden house look so good. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, wish me luck, wish my muscles some luck, because I'm about to do this thing. If I do it this way. Yeah. I am so strong. Why, that gotta be so heavy. Friends, this door is so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. This that I put on, I just ended up putting a little black knob. I kind of felt like it may look okay because we have like the black hardware up here and the black on the sign, and I just didn't want everything to be like too red and white. So I hope that that looks okay. Maybe something antique-y should be there, but I don't know. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Now what I need to do is, well, I need Jeff's help to move the bench, which is ready to go. I can't move it by myself. It's a wee bit too heavy now. So he's gonna help me move that when he gets home. And then we need to fill the garden beds with some more soil because it just wasn't enough what we had last time. But I do want to show you guys something. Look what's coming up in my garden. Do you guys see that? We got one. There's another one right there, two.
What is this? A center for ants?
And I can see a few more, like you see the little pops of green coming up everywhere. I told you guys, if we stare at it long enough, it will grow. So I just got back. I went to go get some dirt. I also picked up some more decorative flowers for around the greenhouse, but this also arrived. So on Amazon, I picked up a few of these LED solar panel lights. I just thought it would be nice to like put them around the greenhouse area, just to kind of illuminate the space. These things were so inexpensive. I don't know how well they're gonna work, but I guess we're gonna find out. But I stopped off at HomeSense, and definitely spent more money than I was expecting to, but I got some cute planters. So I'm excited to show you guys what I bought. I'm just trying to get these all set up, and then we'll go see them. The first planter I got was this guy. How beautiful is this color? I'm obsessed with it. I think this is part of the Portugal line that the HomeSense has. This was $40. Absolutely beautiful though. I loved the color pop. I really don't want this space to feel like, oh, Canada. I was kind of concerned about that with so much red and white. So I want to bring some color in here, some pops, different pops from other color schemes, and I thought this would be a perfect way to do it, and I love this. This is so pretty. So this is one. I also got this guy, just a big planter, nothing fancy, just I like the ribs on it. I liked that it was kind of like a light pink, kind of terracotta color. Super cute, wasn't overly expensive. What did I pay for this? This one was $32. Not so bad, actually. I was obsessed with this one. This actually came in 3 different sizes. There's a tinier one, a bigger one, and then this was the medium. 20 bucks. This was 20 bucks. This is gonna look so good with some flowers sticking out of it. I'm obsessed, so very happy with this one. And then the last planter I got was this guy. How sweet is this? This is another handcrafted piece in Portugal. This one was 20 bucks. Isn't that crazy? This one was also the same price as the one I just showed you, but this is beautiful. Like, look at the detail on this. She had to come home with me. You know, there's just one of those pieces that you see, you're like, you're coming home with me. And then, okay, this is the last thing I bought. How sweet is this? I mean, I didn't really have a nice looking watering can, and I saw this and I was obsessed. British Gardening Company. I love that. 20 bucks for this guy. I could put flowers in this and it would look beautiful too, but I'm definitely actually gonna use this for a watering can. So stunning, love it, obsessed, and had to say yes. Okay, and then I did pick up some flowers. So I got these 3 annuals here. I just thought they were so pretty. I like this combo of like the purple, yellow, and the pink, so I picked up that guy, and then I got 2 of these, which has like a beautiful red, an orange, and a dark purple. And then I picked up 3 of these guys here. This is the Alyssum? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. You guys are gonna correct me. Alyssum. But I picked up 3. I got 2 purples and 1 white. I thought that would be really nice in the little planter. Either way, I'm gonna go place these solar lights, and then I'm gonna wait for Jeffrey to get home so we can go put that bench in its spot. I'm so excited. One here.
So we actually didn't end up moving the bench until the next day, and I decided to change the location of where it sat. I played around with a few spots, first on the right side of the greenhouse, but then decided it looked better on the left side.
See? It's supposed to be a 2-seater smoochy bench.
Well, isn't that just darling?
Maybe we can level it with our butts.
Probably not.
Okay.
The pea gravel did make it super wobbly, so I placed a small board under one side just to help give it a little bit of a sturdy spot, and then covered it up with rocks. It's like it was never there. After that, I brought in more plants because, you know, I feel like you can never have too much, and I just started filling in all my new planters with beautiful florals that made this garden space just really come to life with color. I also grabbed all the empty planters attached to my privacy fence on the deck and put some beautiful flowers inside there. I loved the pop of pink on these. I'm so obsessed. And from there, Jeff and I started filling all the garden beds with new soil. We actually had left the garden beds as is for a few days, letting the rain just naturally tamp everything down. So now that it was all kind of flattened, we could bring in a new garden soil that was going to be perfect for on top.
Grow, my pretties, grow! Zucchini, cucumber, zucchini, tomatoes. Didn't we have something else?
No.
No, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. We don't want them cross-contaminated.
Why not?
Because then we'll end up with zucchinis that are in between.
They're
In-betweenies.
cucumbers.
Well, no.
Friends, I gotta say, finally getting to a point where we could be planting seeds, it was just the most rewarding feeling. I also kind of love these moments because my husband and I are, well, we're very different people who like very different things, and that's okay. It works for us, but gardening is something we both feel very passionate and love to do together. So it's kind of nice that we can be outside and enjoying these little moments. It just kind of makes the garden space feel a little bit more special that way. And for Jeff, his love of gardening is certainly more scientific, but for me, it's just about the way it makes me feel on a personal and mental level. The act of growing something from this little tiny seed and nurturing it and watching it grow into something we then eventually eat, it's just freaking cool. Sometimes it does feel easier to just go to the grocery store and buy tomatoes or cucumbers, but when you eat that vegetable or fruit that you have personally grown, there is no better taste, and you know why we do it. I also think it's because it's made with love, but that's just me.
Then we've got what's called the bodacious hybrid. Looks
You're
like
a bodacious hybrid.
Easy come and easy go. You're an unfading star, a gentle love, the kind that lifts you up, no matter how far apart. I guess you could call it chance, but we know it's more than that.
DIY friends, I cannot believe how much this little space has transformed in the last 2 years. To think we started with a giant pile in this back corner to building a beautiful greenhouse, then this year to expanding that dream to create this wild oasis, and here we are. We got 4 beautiful garden beds, a lovely arch that is soon going to be filled with lovely cucumbers. We got a cute little bench for a very cheap cost, which I think everyone should do this DIY because it is so cute. It's gonna last you a long time. It will not rot, and it's just darn cute. And now the greenhouse is white with a red door. It's so cute. I can't even get over it. I kind of feel like I want to get the fence done this year, but like, you know, it's nice to add to it little by little every year, and I know it could be a great project for next year, but also if you guys are feeling really excited to see it, it might push me to want to do it this year, but you guys should let me know, is it a good idea to begin with? And although this might be the last episode around the greenhouse, I'm going to be giving lots of updates on my social media, so make sure you're following me at DIY Danie so you don't miss anything, because I am going to be updating you guys on that wildflower garden. Let me tell you, it is going to be bushy, it is going to be beautiful, and it's going to be everything that I wanted it to be. I'm so impatient, but I'm excited. Of course, sending a big thank you again to the sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. Let BetterHelp support you and your mental health. Use the link in my description box or find my channel DIY Danie during sign up, and you're gonna get 10% off your first month of therapy. So yeehaw! Also, big shout out to my Patreon family. Thank you for your continued support. I love you guys. If you're looking for a community of DIYers, of creative enthusiasts who love to share their projects, or maybe you wanna share your projects or get advice around your home, my Patreon is definitely the place for you. Go check it out. But of course, my friends, as always, stay positive, stay creative, and keep on DIYing. Bye-bye. Hello, little bird. What are you doing? Are you using my feeder? I love that for you. You are a hungry little gentleman.